And here we go. Ricochet coming right out of the gate with an RKO, kind of trying to mock Randy Orton a little bit, maybe get into his head. And this is OWA Aftermath episode 2, part 5. This will be the final part of episode 2, as you will get 2 matches in this part of episode 2. We'll give you Randy Orton and Ricochet, and then we'll give you our main event, which will be a quarterfinals matchup of the OWA Championship Tournament, as Seth Rollins will take on Kevin Owens, who got his way into the tournament after winning a second chance fatal 4-way. But here to this matchup, both of these men got eliminated in the OWA Championship Tournament. Randy Orton got eliminated in the first round by Seth Rollins, and since he's had his problems with Revolution, Ricochet made it to the quarterfinals and fought last night against Bryan, but unfortunately came up short. And now both of these men are going to look to try to get on a roll and pick up a win. Like I've said multiple times, it only takes one win to get the momentum back on your side. But Randy Orton, I mean, I know he's had his problems with Revolution, but he is winless here so far, and he is a locker room leader of some sort, so he has to set the example. He has to go out here, and he really needs this win over Ricochet. Orton now went for a move, but Ricochet caught him in a big German suplex, and don't let Ricochet fool you. He's small, but he has power. He can land moves like we just saw with the German. And now Randy Orton, big suplex by the third-generation superstar. And like we said in part 4, Randy Orton will be preparing for his match at Hardcore Havoc, as he is set to take on Curtis Axel inside a steel cage. But right now, he's not focusing on Curtis Axel. He's stomping away at the limbs of Ricochet. And like I said, throughout OWA, you might see some character switches. You might see people switch different characters. You know, SweetWaters is using Randy Orton. He's expressed that he might change characters. And I'll try to, we try to make sure you can follow our storylines and make sure that you can follow what's going on. That's why we had commentary. So any character switches, I will let you know. And we refer to them by their characters, Randy Orton and Ricochet. But really, that's why we would like any of you to join OWA, because it's not just about the characters. It's about the players. This is an online wrestling league, and we like to promote our gamers, promote our players, and BlueUnicorn and SweetWaters are 2 of the best competitors that we have here in OWA, regardless of the characters they use. We saw that, with BlueUnicorn. He's a very stylish superstar, to say the least. He likes experimenting with different attires. But back to this matchup here, Randy Orton was kind of playing with Ricochet a little bit, but then drop kicked him off the top rope. And Ricochet, it will compete at Hardcore Havoc in that 5-way gauntlet match for the Heritage Championship. And Ricochet really wanted to walk out the first ever OWA champion, but this is a little bit of a chance for him to still grab championships gold, still make history. It might not have been the goal that he wanted originally, but the Heritage Championship is going to be a very prestigious championship. You'll see all the championship designs when we crown our champions. We don't want to spoil them. We want it to be a surprise. Ooh, apron DDT there by Ricochet. But the Heritage title, it's kind of a double entendre of some sort. It's to represent the heritage of the countries represented on the flag, but also to represent the heritage of the champions that will hold that title going forward. And I'm very excited to see who will be our first Heritage champion. Big enziguri to the back of the head. Will that man be Ricochet? Ricochet would love to be the first Heritage champion, and his heritage to the title would be style. You would see a stylish superstar walking around honoring that, and I wouldn't mind that at all. But Ricochet can't focus on championship gold in this match. He has to focus on trying to put away Randy Orton, because Randy Orton's going to be very desperate. Randy Orton needs that win, so he's going to do anything it takes to win. Ricochet's a little hung up in the ropes right there, and Orton going to take advantage, bringing him back into the ring with a big neck breaker there. And Curtis Axel came up a little bit short, so if Randy Orton can pick up the winner tonight, it'll give him a little bit of momentum ahead of Curtis, ahead of their matchup. Big slam there by Ricochet. Here's the cover, and Orton able to kick out at 1. And now Ricochet trying to set up Randy Orton, taunting to the crowd, taunting to the OWA fans. Randy Orton able to push off Ricochet. Orton went for a move. Ricochet went for a move. And Ricochet missed just a little bit there, and it cost him, as Randy Orton was able to set up that big DDT from the second rope. And that is vintage Randy Orton. He likes to go to that a lot to usually set up for his devastating RKO finishing maneuver. Orton now taunting to the crowd. picking up Ricochet, Irish whipping Ricochet into the corner, and now he's putting him on the top rope. He might be looking, I guess, for a superplex. I'm not quite sure. Punching away at Ricochet, punching away at him again, and now he's stepping back and taunting, and I don't know what he's doing right here. Your guess is as good as mine. He's giving Ricochet a little bit of a chance to recover. Ricochet is a little bit damaged on the ropes, and now that I think about it, that actually is kind of smart. Maybe he's trying to goad Ricochet into jumping so he can catch him with that RKO. Is Ricochet going to be foolish enough to jump? He did, but he didn't get caught with it. But now he did. Super RKO there by Randy Orton. And here's the cover. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. No, Ricochet. And Orton has went to that super RKO a couple times. He hit a couple of those RKOs in his match with Seth Rollins in the first round, the first ever match in OWA history. But it wasn't able to put him away. Ricochet showing a lot of fight, and that is what I've been impressed with the most with our competitors in the OWA. Ricochet mocking Randy Orton with an RKO. Obviously, he's not perfected as much, so it didn't keep Randy Orton down, and that might have just angered Randy Orton right there as he kept up immediately. It got his comeback off, and you don't want to make Randy Orton mad, because when the Viper is angry, it unleashes the best in him. DDT from the second rope, and Orton is feeling it now, and Orton, hook of the leg. Here's the cover on Ricochet. 1, 2, 3. It looked like he kind of picked him up, and maybe he's looking to send a message to Curtis Axel, because this is in dominant fashion over a great competitor. Bounce off the rope, pops him up, catches it with a big RKO there, and that has got to do it. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Randy Orton picks up his first win in OWA. And now it is time for our main event, the quarterfinals of the OWA Championship Tournament. Which man is going to move on to the semifinals to take on Samoa Joe? We'll find out as Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens is up next. And Kevin Owens, you got to be impressed with this man. Not only did he was originally supposed to be in the field of 16, but due to personal issues, he had to be replaced by Finn Balor. He earned his way back in the tournament in dominant fashion, because not only did he win that second chance fatal 4-way match, he eliminated every single member in the match. And he's going to look to carry that momentum into in this match against Seth Rollins. Now, Seth Rollins has been one of the most dominant competitors in the tournament, but Kevin Owens believes he should have been in the tournament to begin with, and this is his chance to prove to the locker room that it was just a matter of time before he got his hands on the OWA title. And here comes my favorite entrance in OWA. Burn it down indeed. Seth Rollins is looking to punch his ticket to the semifinals, but he has to get through a red-hot Kevin Owens first. Which man will pick up the win and move on? We'll find out as Seth Rollins makes his way to the ring. Here we go. We're getting right into this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Rollins went for the strike. Owens able to get out of the way. Almost an electric chair, and drops Rollins into a power bomb. And which one of these men will go on to the OWA Championship semifinals? We started off this week with 8 men. This is the final spot. 3 men have advanced. This is the last spot. We saw Samoa Joe, Kofi Kingston, and Daniel Bryan advance to the semifinals. Who will be the 4th man to advance? Will it be Kevin Owens or will it be Seth Rollins? Big super kick there to Seth Rollins. And Kevin Owens coming out of the gate strong, dropping Seth Rollins on his head. Oh my goodness. And Kevin Owens is not leaving any faint of heart right here. He's coming out throwing everything he's got to Kevin Owens or to Seth Rollins. But you gotta wonder, I mean, yes, Seth Rollins had the match with Curtis Axel, and that was a big, good back-and-forth contest that could have went either way. But Kevin Owens had to last a grueling match with 3 other men, so you got to think Seth Rollins is a little bit more fresh than Kevin Owens, and that might come into play. Seth Rollins now, big ripcord knee, and both of these men nailing their big-time moves early. Here's the cover, and Kevin Owens able to get the shoulder up. And Rollins looking to make quick work of Kevin Owens right here. Prove why he's going to be the first OWA champion. You saw in that promo on Friday Night Fights, we were able to get him in an interview while he's on his way out of the arena in the car. He said that he's going to be the first OWA champion. He liked the ring to it, and the question is, will he be able to continue burning his way through this OWA championship tournament? We'll have to see. He has to get by Kevin Owens. That's no easy feat. Kevin Owens now begging Seth Rollins to get up. And what's he looking for here? Big super kick. He likes to go to that super kick. Went to the clothesline to the back of the head. Seth Rollins had the eyes in the back of his head, able to dodge it. Big back suplex there to Kevin Owens. And now Seth Rollins looking for the curb stomp. Curb stomp, and that move has put away many of a good opponent here in OWA. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg. Is Seth Rollins going to advance? There's not quite a 2 count, and Kevin Owens proved a lot of resiliency. He got hit with multiple finishers, multiple kill switches in that fatal 4-way elimination match last night, and it's going to take a lot to put him away. But you got, like I said, you got to think, just because of the amount of punishment he took last night, he can't be 100%. He can't be, but he's not gonna make excuses, and he's gonna continue fighting through. Kevin Owens now begging Seth Rollins to get up, begging and pleading, and Kevin Owens trying to stay on top of him. I'm not sure what he's looking for here. Might be trying to pick his spot. Went for the clothesline to the back of the head. That slight hesitation caught him. Seth Rollins caught him with a kick. And now Seth Rollins picking him up. Big kick to the gut. And Rollins went for a move. Accidentally ran into the rope. Kevin Owens going to try to take advantage. He does. Nailed a big shoulder block there. And big stunner. And that's the move that got Kevin Owens to this point. Will it get him further? Is he going to have a shot at the OWA Championship? No. At least not right now. Seth Rollins able to get the shoulder up, and big super kick again. Big clothesline. This match has been very fast-paced. Seth Rollins kips up. Seth Rollins big Northern Light suplex. And now Seth Rollins going to try to get Kevin Owens up, try to get the crowd behind him, try to make a comeback in this matchup. Went for the clothesline. Kevin Owens knows that Seth Rollins, when he gets momentum, he's hard to beat. Didn't want to let him get it, and smartly clotheslined him out of the ring. That was a very smart move there by Kevin Owens to get Seth Rollins out of the ring so he couldn't change the tide in the match. And remember, you can advance off countout. Rollins has got to get into the ring. He's trying to wait for his spot. Kevin Owens taunting him, and that might cost him right there. Sling Blade. We see Finn Balor usually go to that, but Seth Rollins and Finn Balor are really good friends. Big standing moonsault there to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens gets up. Kevin Owens nails him with an elbow. This is our main event here on OWA Aftermath. This will conclude Episode 2. You have to think this match is getting into the waning stages right now. Kevin Owens went for the super kick, got the super kick, went for the clothesline to the back. Seth Rollins caught him with a clothesline to the back of the head of his own. And now Seth Rollins looking for the ripcord knee. And he nailed it. Ripcord knee to Kevin Owens. And is that going to put Kevin Owens away? Is Seth Rollins going to advance into the OWA Championship? He's going to the semifinals. 1, 2, 3, and he has done it. Seth Rollins has put away Kevin Owens, a very game Kevin Owens to advance to the semifinals of the championship tournament. That's all the time we have. Tune in for episode 3 next week, as we'll have our final 2 semifinal matches to see who goes to Hardcore Havoc to fight for the title.